Tyrese, desperate for attention. He's never the problem. Everybody else is always doing something to him. This is Jordan Tower, JT News. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's get right into it. So he went to the Breakfast Club. We all saw him talking, and, DJ Envy was very angry about the comments he said publicly about him and his wife, especially about his wife. And he said, I wanted to box your mouth. And Tyrese took it, and they had a conversation about it, right? But now that he's home, he's doing lives talking about, when he said he wanted to box my mouth, I'm from Watts. You don't talk to me like that. It took everything in me to not get up and do something to him. Are you kidding, Tyrese? You were all laughs up there. You should have said something. I don't like the way you're talking to me right now, this and that. He claims that them reacting to his crazy episodes from 2018-19, right? When he claims he was on some type of medication that made him cry on the internet, and he was saying he ruined a lot of relationships, calling out Will and Jada and saying they gave him $4 million. And remember all that? Why? Now, even it seems like he's keeping the same energy even off the meds. Now he's blaming his wife for everything. She's trying to swindle me out of money. She said she didn't want any money, and I trusted her, and we did a prenup, and she lied. Like, what? Tyrese, you're always the victim. So now that he's left the Breakfast Club, he blames Charlamagne and DJ Envy for contributing to the deterioration of his mental stability, right? And then he also he did make one good point. He said when he was going through a divorce that he wished DJ Envy and Charlamagne showed a little more compassion because he helped DJ Envy through a rough time with his wife, right? But you already did the damage at that point. You ruined the friendship by saying hurtful things to DJ Envy and his wife in 2018, even though you helped them in 2013.
This is the part that I don't appreciate about Envy, is when Tyrese divorce comes across your headline. Where's that same heart and love that I extended to you, that you could extend to me, instead of it just being paper pushing? And this is what Tyrese is on the gram again.
Because Tyrese made himself out to be a joke that can't be taken seriously. Remember when he was going at The Rock and saying, you're ruining the franchise, for Fast and Furious, Anyways, listen to this and listen to how he plays the victim here. I wish Tyrese could just be Tyrese and not always look for... I don't know what happened at Home Depot, but it just goes along these lines where he's the victim at Home Depot. You sent other people with your credit card to Home Depot. Of course they weren't going to take the transaction. That's to protect you because their name isn't Tyrese Gibson. You should have had a company credit card that they had, So he's thinking like, it's me, let him use the credit card. Why didn't you just do a pickup? Why didn't you just buy the stuff online and have him pick it up? Home Depot's pretty easy with that. Anyways, listen to this, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
When you born and raised in Watts in South Central LA, see, it's one thing to know hood niggas, it's another thing to be a hood nigga. And y'all know. Real niggas know. The moment that he said, I should box you in your mouth or whatever, it took everything in me to stay seated in that seat. Charlamagne was clever because he knew that they've been going at me for 5 years. And I responded only a few times publicly, but for the most part, they knew that I was coming. And they knew that we was gonna have that conversation. So everybody that's speaking to the same thing that I've spoke to, you're this voice, you got books, you're this champion, outspoken man that represents all things mental health. And yet, I've lost count of the amount of times that he's contributed to the stresses in and around my mental health.
My life partner, so the person that God has intended for me. I allow him land,
From being insensitive,
basically have a farm and just living.
or just deciding to
Like that is such a life goal that I want to do.
talk about a man
That way to achieve it.
that he actually knows. Never said he was my friend. Never said we were childhood homies. But like I mentioned to Envy, I feel like I know y'all enough to have some type of an expectation of you guys to just have a heart and just simply be able to say, man, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to come home to an empty house, no wife, and your child get taken from you while you're out of town. Just have a heart. Do your job. Talk your shit. I get it. But never lose sight of mental health and never lose sight of what it must, not what it feels like to go home to no wife, what it must feel. See, when you actually have empathy and you have a heart, you put yourself in other people's shoes. And you, as a man of integrity, you make the decision to not beat a man down with your words when you see that they're already down. You make that choice. And they've been through some shit, some real shit. And Envy is currently going through some real shit. But I've made the choice to not beat anybody down while they're down.
I mean, I just think this is a little tasteless. He could have had this conversation while he was up there. You know, I don't understand why he had to leave and be like, yo, when he did this, like, we have to get a blow-by-blow reaction. Bro, why didn't you address it while you were up there? I don't get it. Why? Like, this is crazy, bro. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think Tyrese is out of line? Like, I think he is, man. Well, anyways, this is JordanTower with JT News. I drive videos 5 to 10 a day. Usually on the weekends, it's just about 5 or 6 videos. On the weekdays, I try to do more. And make sure you subscribe. If you like content like this, watch the video next to here. Make sure you hit the bell. And if you're not getting notifications anymore, sometimes you got to redo your subscription and hit the bell. It's just something that YouTube does after a while, just to like make it so you're not overwhelmed with notifications. It's JordanTower, JT News. Peace.